Joining us now here at the Cranbrook Tennis Classic, the next man through to round two here in singles, and a familiar face to all of you Cracked Racquets fans. It's the current world number 131, our old friend Eliot Spizzirri. Spiz, first of all, congratulations to you on the victory today. Felt like you were fighting yourself a little bit in set number one, set with love, by the way, my friend, but to see the way you rallied in sets 2 and 3 and really playing your best tennis at the end, talk to me about the match and what ultimately allowed you to move through.
Yeah, I actually thought I started well. I went up a break 2-1 and then had some trouble on the serve for the rest of the first set pretty much, which was definitely a little nerve-wracking. I haven't had trouble on the second serve like that in a long time, so just had to fight the demons and kind of stay with it, stay positive. I knew after that first set, after I lost the first, I went to the bathroom, changed my clothes, and kind of just like took a couple of deep breaths, calmed down, and knew that, you know, if I just stuck with it point to point, my best tennis would show soon. So luckily, started well in the second and got on a roll there. And then, the third was a war, and I started returning much better, so that helped me and freed me up on my serve. But yeah, credit to him. He's a great player, and we actually have the same agent, so I've actually known that he's, you know, an up-and-comer for a while, and great to see him having success with that challenger win in Cary. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him, you know, for the next couple of years.
Given the state we're in, shout out to Michigan's Carter Lynn, the agent of both of you, I believe, if my memory is working correct. When you're playing someone like Ray, who takes those massive cuts, who you know at any moment is going to go for that win or go for that line, what do you have to do to impose your game style? How would you evaluate how you did that today?
Yeah, I think I tried to stick with it throughout. He's a player that, especially in that third set, I was just saying, okay, he's going to hit some flashy shots, and because he's real talented and that's the kind of player he is. But if I can stick to my game over the long haul, I believe that hopefully that'll give me a chance. And if he keeps on hitting winners left and right, and I'm playing my game and moving well and just, you know, playing point to point, then that's too good. And I got to shake hands and hold my head high. But, I'm lucky that, I guess, from doing that, he kind of made some errors there at the end. And, lucky to come through. And I'm glad to hear you guys got a Longhorn intern on staff now. Only the best of the best for Cracked Racquets.
Well, we do what we can. Yeah, of course, we do what we can to keep you happy, Eliot. And obviously, you are back home now, fresh off of your first extended European trip. How was that experience for you, both tennis-wise, off the court, just to have that first non-states pro experience? Talk me through what you learned.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I lost a lot. I learned a lot and lost a lot. But yeah, my impression of Europe's better than it was in juniors. In juniors, I kind of hated Europe. We'd stay in crappy hotels and no AC, and we weren't eating the best food probably. So this time around, I embraced the culture a little bit more. I tried to enjoy the city, but I also had a little bit more off time because I was losing quite a bit. But yeah, I learned a lot and kind of just learned what it takes to be successful on different surfaces, and know that it's going to be a long journey. It was my first time playing on clay in a long, 5-6 years, and so that was a lesson in itself. But yeah, I mean, you got to take it week to week and try to take the lessons from those tough losses. But yeah, I was just kind of also just blessed to play Roland Garros and Wimbledon. Those are tournaments that I've wanted to play forever. So hopefully next year I'll make the main.
Favorite city during that Euro stretch?
Rome.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, it checks out. Makes sense. For you more broadly now, it's been about a year since you left school. You're 131 in the world and have had success at the challenger level, have had the opportunity to play tour level events as well. Talk me through, if you were to evaluate year one, what you learned from this opening season. Does it feel different now as you approach the start of year two?
Yeah, it definitely feels different. I'm definitely proud of myself in the way that I've handled the ups and downs of the tour. I remember coming to this tournament. I think it was 2 years ago, and I felt like a big time imposter out here, and I played a pretty crappy match, I remember, and it was just, I felt like these guys were a little bit untouchable, and I had so much work to do, and as weeks went by and you kind of get wins here and there, your confidence starts to climb, and you believe you can hang at this level, and so I'm definitely proud of the way I've come, how far I've come mentally from being nervous to like practice with some of these guys a couple of years ago to like, believing I belong here and, giving myself a shot to win some of these tournaments. So that being said, it's incredibly difficult at the pro level. And I do try to take it match by match because everyone's so good now. And I think you see a lot of top guys talking about how deep the tour is. And I firmly believe that. So for me, I basically just try to take it, 1 point at a time against some of these guys. But in general, pretty proud of the way that I've improved and tried to take the lessons from the tough losses.
For what it's worth, I have been very impressed, my friend. It's a job well done. And my last few questions for you here, I promise. Just checking in with everyone because I'm curious what is in style right now. What are the strings you use? What's your tension at? Does it change tournament to tournament?
I maybe change less than most guys, I would say. I use Alu Power 125 at 54 pounds, and I pretty much keep. Yeah.
I feel like it's on the heavier side.
My racket's got a lot of pop. I would rather feel like I can't miss long than feel like the racket's a trampoline. That's just how I've always been. So I'm maybe stringing a little tighter than some guys. But yeah, no, I love the string setup that I've had. I've used it for a long time. But I know some guys change, from a hot day to a cold day, move tension a little bit. But I keep it the same unless I'm in altitude, most likely.
I like that. For what's worth, I'm not to compare our games. I'm 57, so I feel you. That's like when people are like, they're 32 nowadays. I'm like, what, do you just kind of throw it in the string and you're like, good luck? It's just insane.
Yeah, those guys are pretty talented with their
Yeah,
hands.
exactly. Their racket speed, it's like, yeah, we're different sort of athletes. You're real athletes. I'm not. My last two questions, this is a big one, so I apologize for putting you on the spot. We talk so often about growing the game. I'm curious if there's one thing you think we in the media could do better to help facilitate that, if there's something you think players could do better to help facilitate that as well.
Yeah, I think from the media standpoint, it's maybe like sharing the story of some of the guys that are on the lower level. I feel like some sports do a good job of sharing those stories. I know, baseball and golf, I follow a little bit in the Korn Ferry Tour, and I guess the Challengers kind of like that. And I guess every sport's doing their best to market some of these players. And I think what's impressive is the amount of marketing you guys have given college, that college space, and I think it's shown in big tournaments that college guys can hang, and maybe that comes from the belief from you guys, that make college tennis feel like, the sport it is and the top level that it really is. So, yeah, there's definitely things we can do to help share the story of some of these guys out here. It's really impressive, the dedication and sacrifice some of them do. And I think the players need to be a little bit maybe more vulnerable in telling their story, and also not being afraid to, do events for sponsors, or go do charity or pro-ams, or stuff like that, because I think that can go a long way and you can inspire a lot of kids that way. So I definitely feel like as my career progresses, that's something I'll be looking forward to doing.
I appreciate your compliment of us. You've always been part of the reason we can do that, because you were so receptive, and so we always appreciate you as well. My last question, because I need to check in. Brother's graduated, I believe. Is he coming down to Florida? Is he going to give it a full go, going pro?
Yeah, he's giving it a full go. We're halt on the Florida thing right now. He just finaled the nationals, the men's nationals, so he's technically, I guess, the number 2 best American and the number 2 American. So it's pretty freaking cool. I was gonna say in college, but it's not. He's now in the world or whatever in the country. So yeah, he's starting to crush it. He's been doing a training block in Egypt and London for a while now, and he's just getting ready to make a push. I believe. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, we were both 124 in the world on the same day, which was crazy, a crazy day. But yeah, he's climbing pretty fast. So I need to work hard to catch him. And yeah, he's making a push for the Olympics. So I'm just pulling for him every week that he can, show his best squash, and he can make it there one day.
Well, Nick Spizzirri, I'm sure you're not listening, but if you are, congratulations to you, my friend. And Eliot, congratulations. Always a pleasure. Appreciate it. Yep.